You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 231.
231, man. I'm Ralph Sampson this week. Very simple.
All right, man. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, we want to give a special shout out to WDJY-FM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, hope.
Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia, man. We here, man. Let's just hit the round of applause just because we here.
Absolutely.
Man, how you feeling?
I am feeling great. The weather's not cooperating today, at least, but weather's been okay. At least yesterday was great.
No, yesterday was beautiful.
Yesterday was beautiful.
Beautiful.
But, I'm feeling great. No complaints. What about you, bro?
I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm tired. I know we talk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Listen, I'm at the stage in life where if there's an event scheduled for one day, it's 3 more scheduled for the same day. So like the transitions back and forth, like you got to wake up early as hell and go do one thing, and then it's just back to back to back, back to back. So I had one of those days yesterday. I mean, everything went well, but man, like I'm ready to. I'm glad tomorrow is a paid holiday because I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Like I already told my mom, I told my girl, I told everybody, hey, I ain't doing nothing. Don't call me and say let's go somewhere. I'm not grilling. I don't care. I'm going to order food. Like y'all can come to the crib and chill with me. I'm not leaving the house. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Nah, I feel you. But happy Memorial Day
Happy
to
Memorial
those
Day.
that are listening on Monday, the holiday. We appreciate you guys. Memorial Day is a fallen vet, so definitely rest in peace to my brother who's a Afghanistan vet. Yeah,
Okay.
Afghanistan, so, shout out to him.
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
But yeah, we definitely have to say this. Salute and congratulations to a friend of the show, Solo, and brother in real life. But him and his lovely bride got married yesterday. Me and Johnny were both in attendance. Hold on.
Yes, yeah, hit the applause for that.
Shout out to Solo, man. Shout out to bro, man. He had that shit on looking like Chadwick, like looking real Black Pantherish. Like
hey,
my boy had that shit. Oh, they had him and his wife had that shit on.
Fly as hell. Listen, man.
Had that true Ghanaian. I think I said it right.
Ghanaian.
I won't say Ghanaian.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, our man's is first generation. From Ghana. So salute to him and his lovely bride. They had the traditional garbs on. They both looked amazing.
Absolutely, man. It's funny because you really good friends, best friends, brothers with somebody when the ambiance, everything is fire, right? Super fire. You still find things to roast.
Oh no, we roast.
The roast gotta happen. Roast gotta happen. So yeah, man. It was a great reception.
We wouldn't be friends if we
I know.
Joke on each other at your highest moment.
Bro, it's funny to see because it's like, no, literally everything was like phenomenal, right?
Yes,
everything was great. They looked great.
Yeah,
everybody looked great, but nah, you ain't got no socks on with your shoes.
Yeah.
Motherland type shit. It's just funny. It's funny to see, but nah, man, it was dope. And all right, I want to ask this.
Okay.
So, they got to the part where all the legally single women go and catch the bouquet, and the men go and catch the garter, right? What is it about? And maybe you can help me because I don't know. I never understood this. What is it with men and not wanting to catch the guard. I never understood that.
Bro, you've been married. You've been married. You understand where this goes.
But I mean,
enough life experience. But Johnny loves to be in love, like most of us, right? So Johnny doesn't understand the concept of niggas not wanting to catch their guard. I don't want none of them smoke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, "No, I'm good, bro."
That's funny. It's crazy. There's only 3 of us went up there, and the two other dudes that was there was like, "Hey, we just gonna move out the way for you, my boy." I was like, "Okay." I just stick my hand out.
Like, that was so crazy. I went to the bathroom. I come back. This nigga got the guard. I was like, "Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy."
Man, I just went up. I felt bad because nobody was going up. It was 2 people. I was like, you know what? Let me just go. All right,
you was not the only single.
Yeah. Oh man, what?
I mean, you know,
listen, it was so bad. I guess the lady that was like actually hosting or the day of
the
event
planner,
yeah,
or something like that.
Somebody started calling people out by name. Like that's how bad it was. That was that's crazy. To have the
He's like, hey man, I know he
to have your mans call you out by name. Hey, why you not like that's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway. Called it, and that mug's still in my back seat. I don't know what to do with it. Like I feel weird.
I don't know. It was on my man's leg, girl's.
I know. It's like, wait, am I supposed to get his back? Like I don't.
I feel like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I probably gonna pitch it at some point. I don't know. It's crazy. But hey, man, shout out to Solo.
Shout out to
Solo and Teresa.
Yeah, man.
That's
so what we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got a question for you, man.
Let's do it.
I know we talked about it in pre-production, but I'm just hitting you with it here because I don't have nothing else. So, in lieu of everything that's going on with Black Hollywood and Black Hollywood only, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much, right? It's just like none of our big wigs are probably going to pull up, and I think it's just the lack of stars.
Mm-hmm.
That's my personal opinion. But do you think the BET Awards should happen this year?
It's a good question. It's funny because I think we had a similar conversation about this on the Curious podcast, right?
Okay.
Personally, I feel like the BET Awards can get back to what it was in the glory days, but they're gonna have to take some time off and reestablish, rehash what they want to look like, who they want there, things like that. So I'm not really sure what could be presented at the BET Awards this year, like movie wise, music wise, like TV wise. I mean, of course, we got the same TV shows, but I don't think it's a bad thing for them to cancel it this year. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Have you seen the nomination list?
I haven't. I didn't know it was out.
It's a lot of people that you know ain't finna be there. Drake leads the nomination pack. You think Drake will pull up?
Of course not.
All right, cool.
Of course not.
First of all, Drake is in the pop R&B category as well as the rap, which is crazy.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't surprise me.
And then you have like the best group, like City Girls is nominated. Like I'm just, I'm nitpicking, nitpicking or going through like what I remember. So City Girls is nominated, and they don't have a song.
Oh wait, what? That's
like
crazy.
JT has music,
right?
And Young Miami is laying low because of her Diddy affiliation.
Of course.
Diddy affiliation,
of course.
So who are we going to give our Lifetime Achievement Award to? Like we can always find a humanitarian because people are always doing good deeds. So that's not to be diminished, right?
Right.
But the Lifetime Achievement Award, what legends do we have to honor?
And whoever,
that we haven't honored already.
And I was gonna say whoever they do pick, are they showing up? Depending on
that's the thing. Because it's like the only person I could of course I had time to think about this, but I was like maybe Teddy Riley or something like that.
Okay.
You can do like a New Jack Swing
tribute
set. But the thing is, remember like when they start running back certain things, I was like, when Diddy did like 2 out of 3 years, I was like, we scratching the bottom of the barrel, bro. Because remember, like Diddy did the Bad Boy reunion, we was hyped for that.
I remember.
And then we came back and gave him the Lifetime Achievement Award. He pretty much did the same thing, like So I was just like, and then not to mention, we gave Diddy the Lifetime Achievement Award like 2 years ago.
Oh, and which is nasty because that's when he said, "Thank you, Cassie, for holding me down."
But you gotta think, and then think about it like this too, bro. Like we really we sit here and talk about the lack of stars in this generation and how much of the TikTok and IG personalities are gonna sit front row because Beyonce's not coming. Jay-Z definitely ain't coming outside right now because of because of that, right? Beyonce better out taking a picture in her cowboy boots. Like,
listen, Beyonce just did a press run in Japan. She not coming to the BET Awards.
listen, Drake ain't coming. Kendrick's not coming. Like who? Future's on tour. He's not coming. Metro Boomin, yeah, okay. Like you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You gonna do a DJ set? Like, and then we've gotten away from doing the hosting. So there's no host.
Oh yeah.
Remember, because last year was such a successful thing, we just had a whole bunch of C-list people perform.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm just trying to listen, bro.
Who
Who gets the Lifetime Achievement Award? Trey Songz?
No, because he in a bunch of shit too.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Chris Brown can't get it. He's still too young. Like
Chris Brown still
who
is making quality music, so ain't no way he can get it right now.
Though, like who sings to Chris Brown? Like who go out there and sing Yo? Like you know what I'm saying? Who go out there and sing Chris Brown songs?
Give y'all.
Listen, Friday. Like you know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck we going. Jacquees. Yeah, that's it.
That's exactly who they go get. That's exactly who you. Jacquees singing wall to wall.
Listen, bro.
That's hilarious.
I'm just saying, but that's why I feel like y'all should take a year off. Like, listen, whatever y'all got planned, because they're still doing it at the end of June. It's happening in LA, I believe, because that's always been a thing. But I just don't know what. And I'm just speaking to the space of Black Hollywood. If we can't get the A-listers out before, when nothing's happened, when the climate was okay. If I am your PR manager and you are Future, I'm like, Future, you stay your black ass away from the BET Awards.
Christ, which is that's crazy.
I'm just saying.
And I look at it like this: even so, if they do get to a point where they cancel it for a year, I think it's going to be hard for them to pick it back up. Like it's like it's a momentum thing. It's like the BET Awards, the show itself. It's already losing steam. Every year it loses steam, right? Because of the people you can't get to show up, right? So now you're scrambling to find people to put in the audience, scrambling to find people to perform, people to present to, So as you continue to decline in ratings and like star power and all this stuff, like if you stop, how can you start back up?
Well, listen, we've already seen that we could do the show without the host, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably a level of money that they don't have to pay out in the budget, in the overhead. So if you don't have to go get a Jamie Foxx, who shouldn't be outside right now, Chris Rock definitely don't want to come over to BET and get roasted. Like, who else? There's no other people to do the host, and Kevin Hart's not going to do it. Like
you better off getting, if they wanted to get a host, you better off getting like a Lil Duval, 85 South maybe, because they did the hip hop awards and I think they did decent. That's where you got to go now as far as hosts, if they decided to have a host.
See, they don't have, and then they've found a way to do the show without the writer, so because the host is not there, so and then the presenters don't really have to say much because that's where the writers come into play, right? So I want BET to flourish, but we just gotta call a spade right now. All the people you champion giving awards to are not going to be there.
BET Awards about to be AI generated. AI is about to write the script. They about to write the presentation to the awardees. Like that's crazy. It's actually kind of sad.
There's so many ways this can go bad. This will probably be the worst one since Michael Jackson died, and that was bad because they tried to pivot the whole show around Mike, and that's fine that you do something like that, but you sacrifice the rest of the show.
Right.
So that was a horrible show. Nobody talks about that show because it was bad. It was just a bad show.
Pun intended.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it's damn, it's over for the BET Awards.
It's not to their own doing, but
that's wild. That's wild.
But yeah, what you got, bro?
All right, so for my off the dome, I'm getting straight to it. You're guaranteed to win a fight against any famous person in history. This could be real or fictional person. Who would it be? You're guaranteed to win a fight.
Mike Tyson, easily. Easily. Iron Mike. The fact that I beat Iron Mike couldn't tell me nothing. I'm the baddest man in the world, baby.
Okay,
I got one on Mike. I got one on Mike.
Damn, that's a great answer. That's crazy.
Easy.
I'm actually looking forward to that Tyson and is it Jake or Logan Paul? I get them mixed up.
I think it's Jake.
To me, they twins.
But this is the thing, right? It's just like Mike Tyson was literally one of the most feared men on the planet.
Agreed.
There's a lot. I wouldn't get in the ring with Mike Tyson right now.
Man, what?
Right now.
Like I didn't say, Mike Tyson is what, in his 60s?
He close to it.
He
I don't think he's 60.
But either way, at his big age, the way that he's still able to move and his train, man,
his hand speed is crazy.
It's insane. Damn, that's a great answer. Now I feel kind of bad about mine because my shit kind of goofy.
Right.
Are you familiar with Harry Potter a little bit?
A little bit.
Voldemort, who's like the overarching villain of the entire series.
I think he kind of got like the long. He looked like a witch.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean technically that's what he is. But
okay.
Wizard and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
But evil wizard. But Voldemort literally had beef with Harry Potter and his entire family. Like,
okay,
he somehow got exiled and his body deteriorated, but he spent 7 whole movies and books like trying to get his body back just so he can come back and fight Harry Potter, who was an 18-year-old kid at the time. Like, trash. I will put hands and feet on him just because. Like, why you mess with this kid like this? It's insane.
Hey man. He in the way of my glory.
Man,
you gotta go.
Nah. He already ain't got no nose, but I'll break his nose if he had one.
Oh, that's
crazy. So yeah, I see now my answer just sound goofy because of Mike Tyson. Like, that's crazy.
Well, you should have said a fictional person.
I mean, either or.
Okay.
Either or. Just trying to be fun, I guess. I don't know.
No, I feel you on that. But no, people, that was off the dome, man. Do you think that the BET Awards should be canceled this year? Let us know.
And if you're guaranteed to win a fight against a real or fictional person, who would it be? Let us know. Yeah, man.
Yes. OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk?
What's cracking?
We got a few things here on the OS News docket this week. Let's start here first, man. 2024 is just literally the year of reckoning. So many things that we think would never happen are happening, right? Let's start here first, man. Rap queen, Nicki Minaj, some people may know her as Nicki Minaj, was arrested in Amsterdam for having, air quotes, soft drugs in her luggage at the airport, I believe. Johnny,
that's crazy.
What is your take on Nicki Minaj being arrested?
Soft drugs in my Soldier Boy voice. What does that mean? First of all, I don't know what soft drugs is. I don't know what it could. Well, maybe it refers to something in a powder form.
That's what I'm assuming.
Because if you're going to Amsterdam, having marijuana should not be an issue. Yeah. I would imagine.
They make ecstasy over there.
That's what I'm literally confused about. So when I hear this headline that Nicki Minaj got arrested, right, I just automatically go to the world hates black people. Because why else would somebody of Nicki's stature get arrested? And we just hear the tornado siren, so that's random. But anyway, so yeah, I do not understand. Why would you arrest Nicki Minaj for quote unquote soft drugs in probably the drug capital of the world?
Rest in peace to Paul Mooney, but she got a nigga wake up call. It happens, man. And right. It's quite unfortunate because Nicki Minaj is still one of the most recognizable, I think one of the recognizable talents in the world.
Oh, for sure.
I would believe that she's a recognizable talent. And I'm pretty sure this isn't her first time going to Amsterdam or over to Europe to do anything.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that these police officers know exactly who Nicki Minaj is. Maybe they just want to do their job that day. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, we don't care about none of that. You are getting detained, my sister in Christ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Soft drugs, like, it had to be something over a legal limit. Like, are you trafficking? Like, do you got the packs?
Man, what?
Snowfall type shit? What do you move? Like, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe I'm missing a little bit of the details because I know it's still an ongoing situation from what I can tell. I know Johnny might be fact checking that, but just the fact that she was arrested, I think that's enough to just open up a lot of eyes with that.
Right.
I think like I can see somebody getting held up, and then this is Nicki Minaj like right now, not Nicki Minaj 10 years ago or before her fame really took 10 years ago her fame was up there, but still let's say 12.
I was about to say, like, reading through this article right now, I didn't realize, but I mean it makes sense, but Nicki is 41.
Yeah,
so she's been in the game for at least 15 years.
Let's just say since 2009.
Yeah. So we coming up on 20 years. So the fact that Nicki Minaj clearly is well traveled.
Yes.
Clearly know. And if she doesn't know the laws of the country, somebody on her team knows. So whatever it is that she had, the soft drugs, somebody should have known the legal limit or whatever it was that she was carrying. I'm trying to see what it actually is. But
well, I don't think they
they
disclose
just,
that.
yeah, like that.
At least with the Hollywood Reporter account that we have.
It's just insane, man. But like you said, she got her black person wake up call, wake up moment, because that just don't make sense. And it makes sense that you said that maybe the authorities in that country just wanted to do their job that day.
No, you got to do your job today.
Because fam, what? Something must be going on their side where it's like, hey, we gotta ramp up our.
They make ecstasy pills.
That's crazy.
Listen, well, I guess it's like I can't sit here and say that when America is big, one of the biggest drug pushers in the world, and people, you come over here with that shit, let TSA find your shit. All right,
over with. Fly list.
You're done, Mike.
Over with.
See, this kind of leans back into the conversation that we had with Brittany Griner and the Russia situation. Now, granted, she hasn't been detained to that extent, right? They put her in jail.
Yep.
Brittany wasn't getting out. We had to give up an arms deal to get Brittany Griner back. I don't think Amsterdam really cut like that.
Nah.
I don't think they cut like that.
Nah.
But that's still a weird thing, and Nicki traveling with drugs. Hey.
I just want to know what soft drugs mean. Like, what is that? Like, I need to know. Maybe if I Google it, I don't know. I didn't even think to Google
maybe
it.
it's like it's too soft for Amsterdam. Like this shit.
Your shit need to be hard.
This shit weak. Like this shit is not the.
We arrested you for having this week. Why you bring this weak shit out of the country? Why you bring this here?
Pollute, man. We got the real shit. I would have told you.
We would have supplied you at the airport. What you mean? That's crazy.
All right, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, man. All right, let's try this. I want to be respectful.
Okay.
Do we care about Sean Kingston?
I mean, honestly,
this is probably the most random headline this week.
If I'm being completely honest, no.
Okay.
We don't, but still a wild story.
Hella wild.
Still wild. Like, man's all right, just give me a headline.
So Sean Kingston's house was raided this past week in Florida somewhere, I believe. I'm not sure if it was Miami or it was definitely in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
SWAT teams ascended on his Southwest house and then Southwest ranch house, and then also his mother, who was 61 years old, was arrested during the raid. I think that's probably the most interesting thing I took away from that.
Right.
She was arrested on fraud and theft charges. So listen, let's get into it, bro. Like,
I also read in this article that
like, what are y'all into?
Sean Kingston got a 232 inch TV installed and only paid half of it.
Yeah.
So if you getting extravagant things like that in your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know the beautiful girl royalties ain't that much. So
to be fair, I think he's a songwriter. I believe.
Okay.
I mean, to be
and
fair,
cool, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that. My bad, Sean. My fault. Not Combs, but Kingston. It's just insane to think that even as a BC list celebrity, that you have to resort to theft and fraud in order to keep up a lifestyle. Like that's kind of crazy to me.
Well,
to bring your madre into it.
Listen, what did Vince say on Joe Budden? He's like, get a regular house. Nobody, don't get the house at the gate. Nobody looking for your bitch ass. You are a bitch. Yeah. Like, you are a bitch. You're a disappointing granny. And this is an example of Vince being the prophet that he is.
I mean, look,
because ain't no way, Sean. Like, nobody was looking for you, bro. Like, what are you involved in? And then why is your mama getting arrested now? Apparently,
that's the biggest part to me.
Like, well, if you can start up on fraud and theft charge, that means her name was on some shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking about it from the sense of, like, we just seen a raid with one of the most famous figures in hip hop with Diddy, right?
Right.
His sons were not arrested but detained, at least outside the house. We seen them in cuffs and everything, right? But they were not arrested, right?
Right.
Well, they couldn't be arrested because they weren't looking for nothing that had anything to do with them.
Right. True.
They were just at the house. Mama got arrested. Either she tried to fight the SWAT team. Probably pulled the strap from underneath the couch on some John Wick shit. Or she was in on the scam. She was really in the trenches with her son. And I'm leaning toward the latter.
That's crazy.
Just going off of what is being reported.
Listen, man, I hear the Caribbean people are the biggest scammers, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But that's still kind of wild, though. Like, even if that's the case where moms was a part of the whole elaborate scheme, at some point you got to be like, Mom, I don't need you doing this no more. Like, that's crazy to me. No, you don't think so?
Bro, when's the last time you heard a Sean Kingston song? Mama is in the trenches with it. We listen. Bro, all right, let's just make it plain, right?
Okay.
How many times we can watch these shows and the mama's in on it too?
Shit, mama be the ring.
Mama be the ring. If mama wasn't really with you selling the drugs or in on the scam in the first part, because sometimes they groom you to do that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they get in on it, they be like, well, you know what? My son to provide me the lifestyle, so fuck it. I'm gonna clean the books. You know, I'm gonna watch the money.
I mean, you right, but damn.
I know. Listen, I know it's fucked up when that shit gets to real life. You like, why would you try to apply your logic to it? But no, mama been living good for a very long time.
Listen,
and we gotta maintain this front.
It's cool watching that shit on The Wire and shit. But
nah, Brianna Barstow for real.
No,
what you talking about? Shit.
Right, she was the one making them stand again. No,
you
doing this. I'm gonna bring you lunch on the corner like that. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Not moms though. Damn, that's
mama gotta have a life too.
Hey man, I guess. Listen, no matter what industry, no matter if you scamming, if you leak, whatever, moms is gonna hold you down. Moms is gonna hold you down, and yeah, no bigger live experience than this, because that's your mom's getting arrested with you on fraud and theft is insane.
That's insane.
Speaking
of another insane headline, we got 50 Cent has sold his Diddy Docu-Series to Netflix after a massive bidding war. So we will have Did He Do It? Is that the name? Diddy Do It.
So it's a play on Did He?
Diddy, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fire. I guess 50 can still write, but
it's shit. But hey, we got a new docu-series coming to Netflix. Johnny, what do you have to say about the 50 Cent back project about Diddy?
If 50 Cent was not the petty god before, he is officially the petty god.
Yeah.
Like, just bar none. He was like the petty king. He's now the god of petty. The fact that he's even doing the documentary is wild in itself. But
docu-series,
my bad.
I just want to
docu-series. You're
because this could be 4 or 5.
Look.
You know what I'm saying? A documentary is an hour, 30
hour
minutes.
and a half, 2 max. But series we got part. This is being broken down. So listen, we already know 50's track record when it comes to TV shows in general, right?
Yeah.
He has a whole TV universe with Power, the BMF series.
And not to mention, he's a studio owner at this point.
Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know what 50 Cent does when it comes to TV, executive producing, act, all that kind of stuff. So for his first venture into documentaries, right? to be this is insane. And I'm honestly, with the track record that we know 50 has, I'm expecting this to be a good docu-series. Like, we have docu-series that really don't divulge much, or they rehash things we already know. But I think 50 Cent has what it takes to actually put out a good docu-series, like a really good docu-series. So even jokes aside, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this, because just because of who's ahead of it.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: do you think? Let's put 50 aside in the sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's good that somebody in hip hop is actually doing this documentary, or somebody that's not affiliated with it, they'll be profiting off of pretty much the pain of hip hop, regardless? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. I mean,
doesn't matter if the truth is being exposed. Does who makes the documentary matter?
I think it does matter.
Okay,
because it's a cultural thing. I think 50 Cent or whoever in the hip hop industry would know the little nuances it takes to really explain some of these situations, right?
Yeah.
Especially like with the music industry itself, there are certain nuances that the culture or the hip hop industry knows about. So being able to hit on certain points and try to drive a story home, I think is better from somebody within the industry. So
yeah, I agree. Like, regardless if it was 50 or whoever, somebody in the hip hop space just being attached to this does give it the, I think, dare I say, the TLC that it matters. I mean, that it deserves.
Yep.
Yeah, damn, did he? Like, it's like
I know.
It's like you can't sit here and have sympathy for the nigga because shit, you did it. Or you just being like we discussed last week when the tapes aired and everything or leaked or whatnot. You have been the epicenter of so much bullshit. You have been the shit that has carried this over. Yep. So the fact that you were attached to R. Kelly or something, it's like it's a lot. It's so many ways we can go with this, bro. Oh my god, man. It's just, I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
This shit fuck around be 10 parts.
And then this thing, right? Netflix, how much money does Netflix have?
That's a great question, because just thinking about so first of all, we talked about this, but they're investing heavily into live events. Like they've done a lot of live events this year alone,
especially
right?
Sporting things,
right. Mm-hmm. So that on top of they paid Tom Brady $25 million for them people to roast him for 3 hours. $25 million? That's crazy. I might be able to do that for 25. Man, what? Come on now. So that not to mention there's all of their original programming still, both movies and TV shows that they're still putting out. So for them to want to even back this or green light it to have it on their platform, they either got hella debt or hella cash. It's one or the other. Cause that's crazy.
Yeah, that is like, because I know we talked about with your favorite Marks, the whole WWE thing.
Yeah, yes, like yes,
bro. Netflix got an unlimited bag over there. Like a Netflix check might be better than a government check right now. What are you talking about?
Wait, for real. You know that shit gonna get cash. That's
man,
crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
Just clear. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else about that.
It's just crazy, man.
Hey man, let's try this out, man. This is real quick. I don't even know if we're gonna be here long. Justice Department sues Ticketmaster and owner Live Nation for pretty much running the monopoly over the live events in the US. Johnny.
Finally, goddamn it. Because I feel like we were just talking about this maybe a year ago. Like the fees for Ticketmaster are insane. Like they have drastically increased over the last, let's just say 2 to 3 years. Like buying a ticket on Ticketmaster used to be, your little convenience fee of maybe $5 a ticket. But now you got the convenience fee, you got the over the internet fee, you got I'm just gonna charge you. Like it's so much. And they keep going up. I feel like every concert.
And then don't let it be a special arena or some shit. Man, they like venue fee. You like
crazy. And the sheer volume of let's just say concerts, the sheer volume of concerts that have been announced this year, right? So on the fees on top of the number of concerts, like it's just insane. It's just insane. Going to concerts has really just become like an almost unaffordable luxury because of fees.
And shout out to those people that keep going to the event. Shout out to y'all. But you won't see me in no concerts this year.
Like,
listen, Johnny sent me the see, like, hold on, like, let's get to that, right? So Jeezy just popped up with random tour dates, like a playlist concert series. I was like, what the fuck is this? But Jeezy by itself, you might have me. July 7th here in St. Louis, that is a Wednesday. That is a school night for me. So now I have to make this decision on if I want to pay that type of money to be out on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That's the middle of my work week. I ain't getting no haircut for this. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing special.
Shit, that might cost you a PTO day because you might need to take off the next day.
Listen, like, so I gotta make decisions on that, right? And then I just don't do GA. I don't stand it. Buddy, yes, sir.
We're at the age now where we have to preserve ourselves.
I need a seat.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I fuck with Snow. Big Snow. Johnny could sense the excitement when he texted to me. I said,
big fan.
Big Snow.
Big
fan. What you talking about? Yeah.
But no.
And then reality set in.
It's like, all right. Listen, the fact that all these people have tour dates this year, like it just turned me off to going to concerts. Like I'm cool. Like every week is somebody new. I'm cool. I'm cool. Like y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Yeah, y'all do.
Y'all got it. It's lit though.
Man, let's get to this.
Jeezy.
Right, man.
But the fact that he's coming to St. Louis though was just kind of like, damn, that's crazy. Because we don't usually get like these one-off concerts like that.
Yeah,
like,
we
usually don't get that.
It be in special places.
Yeah,
like you gotta go to Atlanta or some shit. And that's, I mean, hey, I get it. Atlanta, Philly, New York.
Cool. But damn. Anyway, shout out to Jeezy.
Neither here nor there. But let's get to it, man. Apple Music. Apple Music and whoever the fuck they gathered to be on this board has curated a list that has the internet in a frenzy.
Ablaze.
And we're here to decipher it the only way that OS knows how.
Man, what?
The top 100 albums of all time have been released by Apple Music. No one's gonna agree on this, but we're here to talk about it. Johnny, what did you think when you just at least seen the list?
So I follow Apple Music on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And the algorithms are stupid. So
Yeah.
I've only been seeing like random ones, like
Yeah.
just ones
Like,
here
who
and
put
there.
this at 78? Like,
like type
that.
shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're really doing this. And I didn't really pay that much attention to it until they got to the top 10, which kind of made me want to go back.
Yeah. Of course, the top 10, top 5, you like, hold on now. You got to see how they built this house. Like,
right.
It's like, hold on. If this is 4,
right?
Like,
No,
it's like shit like that.
Exactly.
Like,
and then they
things.
really so marketing is everything, right?
Of course.
Because when they got to before they unveiled the top 10, they had like little Easter eggs of like the album covers in gold, which kind of made me intrigued. It's like, oh shit, like I know what this is. Which made me want to actually go and look at the rest. So again, marketing is everything, right? Yeah. So how do you want to attack this?
I honestly don't know. I don't know because music is so subjective. Who am I to sit here and say that? I'm just using this randomly, right? Mm-hmm. Elton John is 78.
Okay.
I don't know if that's his best album.
Right.
Because I'm not an Elton John, like, deep in the I know Benny and the Jets.
Right.
Rocket Man.
Facts.
And woo. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know to sit here and say, like, 78 is too low or too high for him. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is speak to the rivers and lakes I'm very used to. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So I know hip-hop. I know rap. I mean, hip-hop, rap, R&B, a little bit of soul. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, I feel you. Now, I did, so, Ebro was on the panel, the panel, right? And he actually tweeted out the criteria for this. So let's criteria. So it said, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 different criteria. So we have albums that represented a cultural moment for the artist or genre, albums that were complete thoughts, not just a collection of hit songs.
Okay.
Albums that thoroughly represent culture and production and lyrics.
Okay.
Albums that inspired a generation to want to create more music.
Okay.
Albums that represent the best albums that represent the best in storytelling, musicianship, recording, and production, and albums that are timeless and reached far beyond the genre categorization.
Okay.
So those are the criteria.
I'm not mad at it.
These are very detailed and thorough criteria. So I'm not mad at this.
But even with the criteria, you're still gonna piss somebody off for the list. Like it just happens.
Of course. So let's start with 100 and just call out like what we see as standouts. Okay.
Well, I'm not the biggest Eagles guy, but Hotel California sold a lot of records.
Mm-hmm.
It is probably top 5 in album sales all time.
Okay.
Hotel California.
It's
like a big thing.
Yeah. And that was 99.
That's 99. But I mean, maybe we're talking about like the whole spectrum of stuff. So hey, what do I know? I'm not an Eagles. I'm not a Hotel California fan. And so how can I sit here and say that it's too low or too high, whatever.
Agreed. And I think that's where a lot of people get, I guess maybe I don't want to say confused. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but where their disdain comes from is like, yeah, we are well versed in R&B and hip hop, right? But we don't really know much about these other genres, right? So at 98, we got Astro World by Travis Scott. Let's see.
I mean, I don't know why would we put. I mean, it's so recent too. You talking about 2018? That's a. Time can tell. I'm not saying it can't be in the top 100 at some point.
Yeah.
But right now.
Maybe they should have said albums that were 10 plus years old. Maybe. Let's see. 95 is Usher Confessions. Now, in the grand scheme of music, not just R&B, right? I would imagine that would be higher only because of the impact that album had in general on R&B, because even today we still talk about how great of an album that is, and probably Usher's best, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would imagine that to be higher, but I hear you. 92, we have Tyler the Creator with Flower Boy. Now, another thing that I noticed about this list is that I don't think there were any repeat artists.
Oh no, it was Beyonce on her twice.
Okay, so I missed it. That's me. I missed it. I missed it. Now I still champion Flower Boy. That album should have got a rap Grammy.
But 92,
not I don't know. Like I just don't know, and I don't know if I would have put that album honestly over Igor, because I feel like Igor did more for Tyler's career versus the other albums. So I don't know. Let's see what else we got.
You got Mary J. Blige with My Life at 86.
At 86. I don't know if I'm mad at it being at 86, but
I would say that's probably Mary's best album because it's the darkest one. Like that's all the KC stuff. Like that's Mary was in a bag then in My Life. So, but listen, we talking about a great R&B project. Though.
Right. 84, we have Snoop with Doggy Style.
One of the best rap albums
ever made. And we get to another one at 82, 50 Cent, Get Rich and Die Trying.
Now, would you say Doggy Style is better than that or no?
See, I don't see. Okay,
no. What do you?
So okay, so clearly I love both albums, but because I grew up in the era where Get Rich or Die Trying, I was there for the rollout, for it coming out and things like that. I wasn't around when Doggy Style came out. Now, do I know Doggy Style for sure? But Get Rich or Die Trying for me just holds more because I was there. I was there. So I can't really, I don't know. I can't really say. 80, the number 80, we have Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP.
His best album, right?
That's the second. Slim Shady was the first. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. 75, we got Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly.
That's what's up. I can see that. I'm not now. That's the thing. We're not gonna argue with that. That's about 75. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't gonna argue.
We ain't say shit. We ain't say shit. 72 is SZA, SOS. Now, that I feel as if the album is too new.
Oh yeah, that is the new one. I'm thinking Control.
No,
that's insane. No, get that shit up out of here.
See,
no, I ain't gonna be nice. No, get that up out of here.
I'm saying. 70, we got NWA Straight Outta Compton. I mean, it definitely did a lot for the genre. So, 64, Erykah Badu, Baduism. I mean, okay. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that being where it is. Should it be on the list? I don't know. What you think?
Yeah,
okay, I'm about to say I see the wheels turning. Yeah.
Neo Soul and what? Yeah, absolutely. That's her debut too. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
63, we have the Jimi Hendrix Experience, or You Experienced, and then right after that we have Tupac with All Eyes on Me. Let me see.
I have no quarrel.
I have no quarrel with that.
I mean, some people might want All Eyes on Me a little higher. I know that's probably Tupac's biggest selling album.
I would agree with that.
That's probably his biggest seller.
So okay,
and it was one of the double albums that we lauded in hip hop too.
True.
So it's one of them. It had hits and it had the B-sides.
So okay, so would you leave it where it is, or would it be higher or lower?
We got to get to these other albums, because this ain't a hip hop thing. So that's why that's why I'm not tripping on like keep moving these hip hop albums up.
Versus the other genres. Yeah. So okay, let's talk about these.
I wouldn't put All Eyes on Me over Voodoo,
but would you put Voodoo over Anti? Because Anti is over Voodoo.
Yeah.
So you would put Voodoo over Anti?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm saying too. But They have Anti at 55 and Voodoo at 57. Okay, let's see.
I mean, look. Oh, here's a dope. Well, we'll get to the other album. I think it's a there's a few people on here twice. Like I see Prince on here. I see Stevie Wonder. So Prince, Stevie, and Beyonce are all on here twice. From what I can see right now.
Got you.
Because you got Prince right here with Sign of the Times.
At 51.
At 51.
Let's see. We got Beastie Boys at 48 and Drake Take Care at 47.
I guess, yeah.
I guess that's funny.
Exodus with Bob Marley. That's crazy.
At 46.
I think that should be higher. That's Bob's best album. That's his political album too.
Okay.
Talking about impact.
Oh yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
That's why I said it should be higher.
How much higher? You think top 20?
Top 30.
Top 30?
For sure.
Okay. Top 30 for sure. Got you. Stevie Wonder at 44 with Intervisions. We have Janet Jackson Control at 42. And then Outkast Aquemini at 41.
Aquemini is probably their best album. Not the most critically acclaimed album, but their best body of work. Because you have Southern Player, Cadillac Music, you have AT-Aliens, and Aquemini. That's their best 3 albums right there. Yep. Now I know Stank On You did what it did, and I know Love Below, and got the, I know what that did too.
Yeah, but
the first 3. So I can see
Aquemini. Great three album run in hip hop.
Yeah, like I'll give him the first. I'll give Aquemini. I'm not mad, and I'm not mad at being 41.
Yeah, I think
because we're not having a hip hop discussion.
Right.
That's why I got to keep going back with not having hip hop discussion. Because if that's the case,
right,
you got to rewire how you think this.
Right. Okay. So number 40 and number 39. So at 40 we have Aretha Franklin. I Never Loved a Man the Way I Loved You. And at 39 we have Nas at Illmatic.
Would you have Wu-Tang above Illmatic?
Okay, so I was gonna get to that too. So Enter the Wu over Illmatic by 2 spots. I just no.
Now this is a tough thing, right? Because Illmatic is arguably the best rap album ever made. Arguably. I don't think it's, if you just want to argue against that, God bless, right?
That's fine. It's
fine, but you can't argue with these facts. That was his debut album. So he had no chance of missing, right? It was this legend from New York that everybody was like, who is this kid? And he became, in his debut album, lived up to the hype. New Yorkers will fight you in the street over Illmatic.
Big facts.
Because that's their one.
Yep.
Like, if you can't say nothing else, we got Illmatic.
Yep.
So that's kind of tough for me having that at 39. So that means there are rap albums on this list better than that. And me, I ain't the biggest Nas fan, but I'm gonna sit here and keep it a stack with you. Like that's kind of rough.
Indeed. So all right, so at 37 we have Wu-Tang Clan Enter the Wu, and at 36 we have Beyonce with her self-titled album.
Well, I mean, listen, going off their criteria, right? They said impact. They said how it changed music, how people started to switch up certain things. So it had impact. Hell, the albums, they dropped the albums differently. The surprise album. Yeah,
right. Album. That was Beyonce. Okay. I always get I always forget which album that was. So that okay, got you. Let's see. Number 32, we have Notorious B.I.G. with Ready to Die. And then at 29, we have A Tribe Called Quest with Low End Theory. Actually, I don't know if I'm mad at either one of these, the place that they are. I don't think I'm upset with that.
It's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 26, we have Kanye West with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That's purely impact. I mean, hey, it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, shout out to Miles Davis, East St. Louis is on.
Word up, number 25. Yep.
Jazz. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Let's see.
See, now you starting to get to David Bowie. You starting to get to the A
people, the Beatles, like, the Beach Boys.
Like, the Beatles on here twice, so that's another repeat offender.
Got you. We got Dr. Dre at 19 with The Chronic.
Okay. Musically, like the music, like Impact. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, hey, I can understand why Illmatic might be under that, but but you talking about the Chronic though,
right? Yeah. West Coast, yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 18 is interesting to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Taylor Swift, 1989, Taylor's version.
The re-release joint.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was just last year that this came out. So I'm actually surprised that her re-released version of this made the list. Cause I'm okay. So with this re-release version, I think it did like close to 2 million the first week. Now this is an album that came out already years ago that she just re-recorded so she could have like her own rights and like get her own money from it. So the fact that she was able to re-record all the songs, put the album out again, this is an album that already came out.
Yeah.
It's the same songs, just re-recorded.
Yeah.
So the fact that she was able to do that, it sold damn near 2 million the first week. This has to be purely on impact. Now, I never listened to this album. I don't know none of the songs, lyrics, or nothing. This has to be purely impact that it's at number 18 on this list. That's insane to me. That is really insane. So number 17, we have Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
Should be higher.
Should be okay.
It should be higher.
I'm actually not mad at that. Number 15, we have Adele with 21. I'm actually not mad at this placement. I'm not mad at this placement. Number 13, we have Jay-Z with The Blueprint.
Interesting. Yeah, because know that there are better albums.
Better Jay-Z albums, or albums in general,
just better rap albums in general.
Gotcha.
No bias today, no bias today. But I would put Chronic a little bit higher. But this is the last East Coast album that we go get, so it's got to be The Blueprint, right? Because I mean, Blueprint has the hits, he has the B-sides, it has the impact, it has all that other stuff, right? So it does fit criteria. But I mean, that's like apples and oranges at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So now we get to the top 10. We're going to go through the whole top 10, right? Number 10, we got Beyonce with Lemonade. Number 9, we have Nirvana with Nevermind. Number 8, we have Amy Winehouse with Back to Black.
That's a great album. That is a great album. So
absolutely. Number 7, we have Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. Number 6, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. Number 5, we have Frank Ocean with Blonde. Number 4, Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain. Number 3, The Beatles, Abbey Road. Number 2, Michael Jackson, Thriller. Number 1, Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So that's the top 10.
Okay. What's the most egregious thing in the top 10 to you?
Blonde.
Okay, I'm glad we at least agree there. Okay.
Absolutely. That's
okay.
To me, that's not even Frank Ocean's best album.
Listen, they propped that joint up and say this is a piece of art. I just missed it. I missed the point.
Same.
It went over. One of them. So
that's crazy.
Okay, let's get to the other. I know where we go, but let's just stay here, right? Do you think Good Kid, Mad City is a top 10 album of all time? It's had enough time, so we can't use the time argument.
So if we're talking about in an album, if we're talking about storytelling, if we're talking about an album as art, yes, I'm saying yes, because Good Kid, Mad City it's a complete story, right? It's a complete story, but you can also cherry pick a song and like just play it or whatever. But the way that the album itself was constructed from beginning to end is absolutely amazing. And for it to even be a rap album, right? It's probably one of the best constructed rap albums in history. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that being.
I guess the only reason we have this pushback is because we were grown when this album came out. It's nostalgia tied to it, but it ain't that type of nostalgia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's kind of like we sit here and talk about this album episode in and episode out about how great it is, and then when it's top 7 on the list, we got to sit here and say, you know what? I don't know that. That's insane.
That is
that is insane.
Clinically insane.
But you know what I'm saying? We gonna say that is better than Blueprint, better than Chronic, better than Doggy Style. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, lyrically, conceptually, maybe. I don't know.
I honestly I would say conceptually, yes. I think
probably better than most albums that we talk about.
Yeah.
It's probably the best conceptual album on this list if we're talking about rap.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, let's get to the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Lauryn Hill being at number 1 with the Miseducation? Over Thriller at that.
I think it's just the fact that it's over Thriller that got a lot of people like tight, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we live in a world where we think that some album is better than Thriller? Yes. I think we can, right?
Yeah.
The numbers speak for themselves, right? You know, all the accolades that Thriller has, but there are albums that people just enjoy. So Thriller's always going to be in the conversation, and I think that's the biggest thing, right?
Of course.
And Thriller was made in '83, right?
Yeah.
Something's going to come along. It's probably going to be received better.
True.
I'm not saying it's better. Received better.
True.
This album came out. Miseducation came out in '98. And we still have these offshoot debates. Is it rap? Is it R&B? I mean, is it this?
Yeah,
is it that?
Yeah.
But what we can't deny
is that it's a phenomenal album. That's what we can't deny
is the impact.
Yes.
What we can't deny is the samples.
Talk about
what we can't deny is like, that's all. And then I think if you're talking about the current blueprint of music, Miseducation is sprinkled out in this current music space more than Thriller. That's why I used the time space. That's why I was like, Thriller was made in '83.
Okay.
Now, were albums coming out in 84, 85, 86, 87, 89? That probably was a Thriller copycat. More than likely. But we're talking about 98. And we're talking about the year of our Lord 2024. We are still hearing X Factor samples, still hearing we're still hearing all this shit.
I'm gonna stop you when you're lying. I'm gonna stop you, but you ain't said a lie yet.
But the thing is, if the Beatles was the number 1, I don't even know niggas would be arguing too much. They knew what
people would have been mad. The Beatles. What?
And that's the thing. Like, them niggas was hot in the 60s, 60s and 70s. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the Beatles have maintained their music supremacy by their legacy, right?
Yeah.
All them niggas dead except Paul. Like, you know what I'm saying? He the only one still out here.
Yep.
But then I liken the Beatles to like Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have never sit and listened to a Beatles album. I never really watched a Star Wars movie until I got grown.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know the album cover Abbey Road without ever having to listen to the album. That shows you how big the album is.
And that shows you the impact of not only the artist, but that particular album, because throughout history, like you said, pop culture, right?
Yes.
Because again, like you said, this album came out in the 60s. Yes. So from 60 to 2024 for shit. Then I can't even do the math in my head. 50 something years. That album, the cover, the music, the artist, everything about that particular album has lasted through the decades.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
The same with Thriller. Yeah. Same with Thriller from '83, and also like you just all the points you just laid out with the Miseducation. Same thing, literally the same thing. So, I mean,
the thing that Thriller often has working for, like, let's take. I know it's hard to take this off the table, but we have to. Album sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about strictly the music, right? There's really no fat on the album. Like, when I say that, there's no fluff.
Got you.
We get straight to it. We got 9, and we got 9 tracks of heat,
and that's my thing with the album, right? Literally 9 tracks of pure hotness. It's not one skip on that album. Not one skip.
Can I say this unpopular opinion? I really don't like the song with Paul McCartney. I hate it. It's because it's Paul McCartney.
No, what's kind of wild about it.
I really don't.
What's kind of wild about that song is that the age gap between the two.
I know, right?
Now that's the wild part, but it's still a good song.
I just just
act like this.
Nitpicking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like 8 tracks of heat, 8.5,
8.5
until Paul starts singing. Like, cool, it's cool until you.
I mean, because Mike clearly watched it, but still, I mean, it's true.
But that can be the argument that I would have for Illmatic, because Illmatic is essentially the rap Thriller, right? No fat on it. Like, it's 9 tracks. What's your best 9, Nas? That shit is short.
And they all there.
Yes.
They all nothing but heat.
And that's the argument that Thriller has. And then it has the record sales to back up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Obviously that,
absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
it's so many factors that went into this list. This ain't our list.
Is that right?
I'm just trying. I just listen. I had to sit with it for a while because I was like, how in the world did we get here?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Miseducation a top 10 album to me?
I say yes.
I say yes.
I say yes.
Top 5, we can get to that. You know what I'm saying? We can debate it.
Yeah.
But I personally wouldn't put it over Thriller. But if we're going off of so many other,
all these other criteria,
and then we don't know how many people's on the board. Who voted? Who voted this down?
Facts.
You gotta think about it. Who voted this down?
Honestly, aside from Frank Ocean, this top 10, I'm really not mad at.
It's okay. If you switch certain things around and it'll be perfect, I guess, to your liking, but still somebody be like, man, you know what, bro?
Oh, of course. I mean, no matter how
we could have made Thriller number 1, somebody would have been mad at the
Beatles being number 3 or something. Like
2 through 8.
Yeah. So listen, putting a list together of this magnitude is no small feat. But I really do think they did quite well with the top 10.
Well, let me ask you this. Since we went through all 100, do you think there's an album that was snubbed?
Oh, that's a good question.
Regardless of genre.
That's a good question.
Because they touched a lot of benchmarks here. So.
Yeah, I haven't put thought into this. Let me think.
Well, while you cooking?
Yeah.
I want to say it's missing the Isaac Hayes album.
Ooh.
And the reason I say I just watched the Stats documentary. I watched the docu-series on Max. You don't realize how influential Isaac Hayes is till you actually sit down and think about it. Isaac Hayes was not supposed to be a singer, but he was a songwriter. He was an arranger. He's a producer. He just happened to work on singing enough in the image. Like Black Moses was a thing. Like the theme song for Shaft, like, Walk On By, like he got joints.
Nah, for sure.
Like for real joints. And I ain't say he got to be top 50. But if we can talk about Hot Butter Soul at least being a top 100 album, how influential he was in soul, R&B, and rap. Because think about if I start playing certain Isaac Hayes songs, you be like, damn, hold on, wait.
Yeah, see,
hold on. This they took this and put this in Warner. They put this at the beginning of the Ludacris. It's like it's so much that hip hop is taken from his albums.
You know what?
So I would put Hot Butter Soul. I ain't gonna put it in top 50, but I would definitely say just off of the back of being probably one of the best artists Memphis has ever produced, I think he deserves to be on this list.
You know what? That's a great point. And honestly, kind of in the same vein, I think I would say the Osley Brothers.
Yes.
Now I don't know which album, but Osley Brothers, something absolutely needs to go on there.
Yeah, it's a lot. Sure. There's a lot of unsung heroes here.
For sure. So no, that's dope. That's dope, man.
But yeah, people, what y'all think about the top 100 albums from Apple Music?
Listen, because I know y'all, a lot of y'all been going crazy on the socials. So yeah, man, let us know. So clearly we have reached the end of our document.
Yes, sir. Johnny, what you got, bro?
If you're on YouTube, hit that comment section because we really want to hear about these top 100 albums, and then any of the other topics that we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Ding. And we'll catch y'all next week. Now, if you're on audio, you know what time it is.
OS Song of the Week.
Song of the Week. Now, usually I have my song.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.